Good morning. My name is Dr. William. I think I'm the only doctor working here now. I'm not sure. I work here only on the weekends. Otherwise, I'm a professor of medicine in Chiangmai and also at their medical university hospital. They have a beautiful hospital there that they don't know what to do with, so I'm responsible for integrative medicine there. I'm a Western medicine doctor. I'm also a naturopathic doctor and a Chinese medicine doctor. So the topic today is native health and fitness, and it's staying healthy and feeling young forever. Well, almost forever, okay? The last 70 years, the so-called experts in nutrition have been telling us to eat a particular way. They've been telling us to follow a particular diet. And all we have seen in the past 70 years is an increase in cancer, diabetes, stroke, heart attack, degenerative diseases. So everything that they tell us not to eat or to avoid to prevent these certain diseases have only made these diseases get more and more. So what would this tell you? That they're wrong, right? Or I like to tell people they're idiots, and that's the truth. They are idiots. They don't know what they're talking about because what they're telling you is hurting you. So you could be an idiot, that's your business. So long as you don't hurt anybody, that's no problem. But when you claim to be an expert, like wearing a white coat and have MD or whatever past your name, and you're telling people to do the wrong thing, you're an idiot, and you're unethical also. Okay, so not only do we have from my profession telling people to eat the wrong things and do the wrong things, but we have these so-called fitness experts telling people to do certain things. He said, Dr. Oz won't see you unless your cholesterol is under 170. Well, he's an idiot, all right? Not the patient, the doctor, because there's no point in having cholesterol under 170. It doesn't save your life. It's not good for you. It's not healthy. But this person who happens to be famous is telling people erroneous ideas. And then he's going to issue a drug which causes cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, muscle damage. The heart is a muscle, by the way. Liver damage that causes all kinds of problems to arbitrarily lower a number. That's what Western medicine is all about, getting numbers in a particular range. It doesn't mean you're going to be healthy, it just means your numbers look okay. Right? And so anyway, so what we found again was when following all these things that we've been told before, we consider them facts, all right? So Joseph Goebbels said it well, if you tell a big lie enough, people will believe it. Goebbels was a propaganda minister for Adolf Hitler. So if you want to follow his type of thinking, well, that's up to you, but I wouldn't trust him. And I wouldn't trust people who promote a big lie, all right? So what are some of these lies? Grains are the staff of life, especially whole grains are good for you. How many have heard that? Whole grains, eating brown rice, brown bread is good for you. Better than white bread. Yeah, everybody believes it. You accept it. You say, sure, that makes sense. Brown bread has vitamins in it. Yeah, sure. Okay, meats, especially the meats that have the fat in it, we call it schmaltz, you know, is cancer causing. How many have heard that meat is a cancer causer? And acidifies your blood. How many have heard that? Makes your blood acid. Well, if you're mainlining it, it may. But if you're mainlining it, you have a psychological problem. You know, if I'm mainlining beef, injecting beef into my veins, I have a mental problem, more than a pH problem. Okay? High fiber diets from grains in particular are good for us, right? Got to poop. Every day you got to go poop, right? So eat your bran muffin, make you go poop, right? Fruit juices are good for us. They're a good source of nutrition. You know, organic. You grew the tree, your mama pressed the juice. Oh, it's all love, right? It's good for you. Cholesterol causes a cardiovascular disease or gives you a heart attack or stroke. That's a very common, completely unsupported lie in my profession. Weight loss is all about calorie counting. You burn more calories you take in, you lose weight, right? That's very popular. By the way, that was disproven in 1860, I think it is. So 200 years ago almost, and people still believe that nonsense. And the more exercise to do, the better you'll be. So we should all try to be triathletes. I was a doctor in Florida, big triathlete capital of the world probably. Sickest group of people next to vegans were the triathletes. Okay, very sick group of people. Okay? Now, most of what you're being told is just nonsense. Utter, total nonsense. It has no bearing on real physiology, no bearing on evolution as humans. We're all human beings. Well, I've met some maybe from another planet, but most of us are all human beings, all right? And our genes all of us have a gene code developed over a particular period of time. Right? This is not about blood type diet, which is I don't support. This is about us expressing our genes properly so that we will stay healthy. Okay? So for hundreds of thousands of years, we ate the same thing. What did we eat for hundreds of thousands of years? Does anybody know? Meat. Good old meat. What else did we eat besides meat? Some fruits, some vegetables, sure. What we could find off of the trees and growing out of the ground. Nuts and seeds. Again, whatever we could find just hanging out in the jungle or the forest. Sorry? Yeah, anything we could catch in the river or like with meats, run down. By the way, a human being can run down an animal. You don't think it's possible, but you can. They proved it in Africa with a tribe. Chase an animal down. Actually chase like a gazelle down and kill it just by making it run too much. It will die. We're the only animals that sweat. Other animals cannot. That's why you see a dog panting like this. This is how they cool off. But if you don't give them a chance to cool off, they overheat and they die. Whereas we can cool off by sweating. So this is, anyway, they did a study and they showed that these African tribes still hunts traditional ways from thousand years ago. And they actually chase down animals and they die. I thought, well, it's good exercise, plus you get a meal, right? This is fast food. All right. So anyway, we're following stuff that is relatively new, ideas that are relatively new, and this is causing unfavorable gene expression or disease, process of disease. So, for example, saturated fat does not cause a heart attack. It never has, it never will. Sugar will cause problems in the body because for the longest time we did not consume sugars in any real amount. We had fruits, a little bit of vegetable have a little bit of sugar in it. We had natural sugars, but sugars from things like fruit juice, which is a total poison. Fruit juice is junk. Nobody should be consuming fruit juice for any reason other than if you want to clean your liver. Okay, then we give you fruit juice here for a couple days just to clean your liver. But it's very limited and it's for a particular purpose. But outside of that, there's no reason to consume fruit juice. Rice, bread, corn, unless corn is prepared a particular way. The Mexican people prepare it a particular way, which is beneficial. Pasta, all of these things are bad ideas dietarily because we didn't evolve with bread. We did not evolve with rice. We did not evolve with macaroni. Okay? Yes, it tastes good. That's why you eat it. It tastes good. Even brown rice, as opposed to white rice, tastes good compared to, say, broccoli. Okay? So, anyway, the idea that the fiber in your grains is going to promote bowel movement, that is true, but it will also absorb with minerals and nutrients. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Why would you eat brown bread? Because it has some vitamins in it, right? But the fiber in the brown bread binds with those vitamins and minerals, so you poop it all out anyway. So there's no point in it, right? If you want to get nutrition, you should get it from other sources that will not be bound and you will use. Oh, if you have any questions while I'm talking, please ask. Okay? So, how about eggs? Who has heard eggs are bad for you? Cholesterol in the eggs is bad for you. Okay, I did a little experiment on myself. As I told you, I was in the Marine Corps. I was an aviator in the Marine Corps. I used to fly for them. We have flight physicals, right? They're very strict physicals. When I was an aviator and a young man, because I'm an old guy now, when I was an aviator in the Marines, I would get flight physicals, and my cholesterol was constantly 215 to 220, I remember. Back then, 220 was okay. Above that, they said was a problem.